All right, we live. I'm gonna shout out a couple people here. So today is Elite Channel members. Today got my man's Redskins Bay on. Say what's up, man.
What's up, everybody?
He got his jersey on. What's up, Aaron Moody? What's up, Brian Harder? He's a channel member. Kid Ecstasy. What's up, man? Dora Gunner. What's up, Bill Pratt? What's up? He said no preseason games. What's up, Shamar Doster? I think he's a troll. Dylan Gammons. What's up, man? What's going on? Atlas Zero. What's up, man? I'm here. We're here. We're here. We're here, guys. Franklin Walker. What's up, man? He said, "Ed, are you sleeping now?" We woke. We woke. We
For
woke. We
sure.
up. We up. So yeah, we're gonna let a couple people get in the stream,
Okay.
but yeah, I guess Captain Gammon, what's up, man? I guess we'll start off with the preseason. We'll start off with the preseason, and what's your take on the preseason? Are you if they do cancel all the preseason games, are you disappointed or do you just not care about the preseason at all?
No, I would be disappointed to be honest, because I mean, you need to give these guys a fair shake to make
Hmm.
this team and to show that they really want to be on here and what's your core players that you drafted and the free agents that you signed. So definitely, I would be a lot upset to be honest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you, because
Mhm.
Steven Sims Jr. wouldn't make the team without a preseason. You
Exactly.
know? And you don't get to see Cam Sims. Even though I've kind of given up on Cam Sims a little bit. I'm not really hyped up about him, but there's some guys that you want to see. Like you want to see Antonio Gibson in preseason.
Yep.
There's some rookies you want to see in preseason. So,
hmm
what's your feeling? You think we're gonna have a football season this year? What do you think?
To be honest, the way it's going, I don't think we're gonna have one. I really
Oh
don't. I
man.
mean, they keep talking. I think they put some number out said it was like about 79, somewhere around between in the 70s. Of NFL players already got COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, it's already ain't gonna be nobody in the stadiums. So you talking about those players? How far are they going to sit away from each other? They want to move the roster up to what, from 53 to 55 or 56 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did. Yeah, they said about 54. What's up, Pedro? What's up, man? What's up, Protect Sports? What's up? So yeah, they did say 54. I think they could have a season, but
hmm
some people were saying to try to do the bubble like the NBA. The NBA has no positive cases, which I'm
Right.
very happy about that. I'm very
hmm
happy about that. So that's maybe the only way they could do it, but I don't see them putting thousands of people in a bubble with their families and all the football players. So it
Oh
is.
man, that would be chaotic. And you talking about like 6 to 10 months? Lord have mercy. That would be chaotic.
Right,
Lord have mercy.
right. So, what was your reaction to the Washington Post article? I did, just want to talk football, but of course, all the craziness going on. What was your take on it? Did you get a chance to read the article?
Yeah, I got a chance to read it, and I was truly disappointed and hurt at the same time, because
Hmm.
my disappointment was I wanted Snyder to be a part of it so he can get up out of there. But most importantly, when you're talking about lives and stuff like that, women getting tortured like that, that messed their mind up, man. And then this stuff goes on in all kinds of sporting events. But at the same time, when you're talking about your team, this is the second time that we know of that they got caught in within the last 10 years. And
Hmm.
Snyder, you got to be accountable to something, man. And looking at Larry when they mentioned him about it, I was like, dang, man,
Hmm.
Larry a pervert. I was just like, it really hurt me, man, because they put a damper on me, and I'm like, how do we get past this? Because this is not going to be no easy task. And I realized that Ron Rivera, I'm thankful that he chose us because I believe he is the man for the job to go ahead and clean this house. But at the same time, how do we get past this? Because this is not going just going to be an easy a couple of months or a year or so. We really going to have to gut this out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, no, I was like you. I wanted somehow, some way Snyder to be involved. I mean,
Yes, sir.
technically he is involved because he's the boss, he's the owner, he's overseeing everything. So
Right.
him not seeing that, but then again, people are like, oh, Robert Kraft got away with the fake massage place, and then they got pictures of Jerry Jones with his I'm not going through that. They got pictures of Jerry Jones with the girls, with
Yay.
topless and
Mm-mm-mm.
whatnot. And then they got Mark Cuban got in trouble for sexual harassment going on in the workplace. So many owners have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
So it's like there's just no way they can really get in because the article says Santos, people calling Larry Michael Scary Larry now.
Yeah.
He did, and it's unfortunate. And the other guy, Richard Mann, so it's tough. It is tough, man. What do you think they're gonna? If you had to guess what the penalty is gonna be? What do you think they're gonna take away a draft pick or just a fine or a suspension or what do you think? What would you guess would happen?
I think they're going to make a big example out of us. They didn't do much to the cheap Patriots when they kept getting caught with those scandals and got rid of was it 100,000 or $1 million fine and a couple of late round picks. I think they're going to bust our ass. I really do. I think they're going to make us the example. Snyder's not well liked. They've been trying to tell them to get rid of the name, and the more I think about it, they should have got rid of this name in the '70s after you have done away with Preston, whoever his name is, Preston Marshall, that clown. But at the end of the day, we should have been took care of that long time ago. And then for Snyder to come on and say never, ever, and he emphasized ever that he wasn't going to change that name, they're gonna make a name out of him. They're gonna make a mockery out of him. They really are.
Yeah, in all caps. Now I don't think. Now we should really protest and go up to wherever Roger Goodell is. If they take away a draft pick, I don't even care if it's a 6th round pick. I'd be pissed because, like you said, the Patriots they didn't do anything to the Patriots. They didn't do anything to Jerry Jones. They didn't do nothing to him. And if they want to take away a draft pick from the Redskins, just because we're the Redskins, because nobody likes the Washington football team, they just be targeting us, like you said, because they hate us. Everybody hates us. Everybody hates Dan. Everybody hates Dan. So that's why they would take away a draft pick. If they do take away a draft pick, it probably would be like a 4th round pick. If they take away anything higher than a 4th, it would just be. If they take away any pick, it would be. They would be hating on the Washington Redskins. Honestly. Thank you for the donation tonight. Bear down in the first donation of the night. I appreciate that, man. He's a good guy. Good subscriber. He said, "What's up, big brothers? Love your content."
Big homie?
He says, "Love your content always. Hail to the Red Wolves."
That's what I'm waiting on right there. But once again, with all this drama, Ed, it's tough, man. It's like, what if we go with this? Like, I've talked trash for decades, and like this name is embedded in me. I'm wearing. It's probably the last time I actually get to wear my fatigue Redskins jersey because I'm like, I'm gonna have to memorialize this at some point, man, because I won't be able to wear it no more because I feel ashamed because of the name, and I knew it, but it didn't make sense to me then. Now it does now, so it's gonna be tough for me, man. It really is.
Right? Yeah, I understand. I still got my poster. I got my Lavernius Coles jersey, RG3 jersey, all that stuff, But like you said, I've been listening to Dog Walker on the radio, and he was like, it is a slur, it is offensive. I know if it offends, 10% of people is offensive. So I get it. I get why people are upset about the name. They've been trying to get the name erased for, like you said, since the '70s. It's been a long time. So 2020. That's what happens, Glenn Jackson says, when do you think they're going to change the name?
Well, they according to what the little short dude news came from out there, they said before training camp starts. So I thought they said somewhere like the 25th. I think ours is the 25th or something.
Yeah, ours is the 28th.
Okay, so they said they're gonna have a name by then because they already figured out what the name is. I mean, I don't know why they just don't go ahead and do it. You can't surprise nobody no more. I mean, go ahead, get it out of the way, get it on out of the way now.
Rich Heigo, what's up, man? He's a channel member too. Mike Lowry, what's up, man? 1,000 subs with no video challenge. What's up, man? Yeah, I feel the same. I think they need to get the name out the way, honestly. Just get it out the way.
Get it out the way. Yeah, I mean, you're already preparing to put all the new stuff in the stores, and man, I want to buy some of the old stuff, but I know, god damn, man, this is gonna be tough for me. I feel like I'm out the crowd on this
one. Nah, I feel you, man. 3 rings, man. 3 rings. Joe Gibbs, all the memories, man. Dougie Williams, Art Monk, Fun Bunch, Frosty, all them guys. Dexter Manley, Charles, man. It's tough. It really is. It's tough.
Sir.
What's your favorite out of all the names that they've been saying? What's the name that you like?
I love the Red Wolves. I really do because I can see the Redskins, the fans being in that stadium when we get a sack, especially by Chase Young, or we get an interception or a touchdown, and you hear everybody hollering, and it's the Wolf Pack. I mean, like Cleveland got the dog pound, and we'll have the Wolf Pack. So I mean, like that rings. Now I'm just thinking about what the name of the song would be. I like the Wolf Pack, if not the Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd probably be hell to the Red Wolves. Hell,
yeah,
probably be that same thing. Howl for victory or something like that. Have you heard Fred Smoot? Fred Smoot's been going crazy about the Red Wolves.
yeah. Him and Jonathan Allen. I'm like, man, because I follow Jonathan Allen on YouTube on his streaming,
Uh,
and you get to talking to him, he gets excited about the Red Wolves.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be like they could call it the Den and all that. People can dress up if they won and all that. It wouldn't be offensive at all, and it has like some type of heritage native, story with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
DMV Sports 3 thing with the donation. He said, "What's up, man? Our rookie's gonna kill it this year."
Mm.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Who other than Chase Young, who's your favorite rookie that you're looking forward to see play this year?
Ah, man, I got to see that guy. What's the third round pick we picked? That dual back. I mean, a dual wide receiver, running back. I really like that kid. What's
Mm-hmm.
his name? Antonio Gibson too, I think.
Yeah, Antonio Gibson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I really want to see him, man. I think AGG he's going to really show off. I truly believe he's going to show off, and he's going to get plenty of time to show off because our boy Kevin Harmon is down. So,
yeah, man.
man,
That news hurt me. That news hurt me.
yeah,
And
yeah.
shout out to Juan Gotti. He loves Calvin Harmon. Calvin Harmon was really good towards the end of the year, and we always have an ACL injury towards
Mm-hmm.
right before the season starts.
Uh-huh.
Like Reuben Foster and
Whatever.
Junior Gillette had the Achilles injury.
Mm-hmm.
We always having some type of Robert Davis a couple years ago. We always having a so breaking news just came in. NFL, nothing with the Redskins. NFL proposes a 80-man training camp roster instead of the typical 90 guys. So they're going to do 80
Mm-hmm.
guys in training camp instead of 90.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be tough for these young guys, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. There are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some teams already cut guys that were on the cusp, like undrafted
Mm-hmm.
guys. I've already seen some guys already get cut on other teams. So it's going to be
Right.
tough. 80 guys for training camp instead of 90. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's going to be rough. A
Damn.
lot of jobs lost. So I know. And what do you think about the hiring of Julie Donaldson by Dan Snyder?
I think that was a PR move. I think that
Mhm,
lawyer lady convinced that Smurf to do it because I truly believe whether it be fans in that stadium or night, when you get women to unite and start protesting, they'll
mhm,
shut some stuff down. They'll shut a city down. You won't be able
mhm,
to get them players in and out that stadium. You get that many women out there, so I think that was a good
mhm,
move as far as like to try to draw a little bit of that tension away, but
mhm,
provide some type of help where like when they call in on the show, she can provide help from a woman perspective as opposed to hearing it from a man's perspective, especially
mhm,
from anyone inside that building.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
like I
mm-hmm.
like the hire, but I agree
uh-huh.
with you too. I think it was a PR move, and we
Mm-hmm.
know if Larry Michael, aka Scary Larry, if he wasn't fired
Uh-huh.
or retired, if he didn't retire, of course Julie Donaldson would not have that job. But I like Julie Donaldson a lot. I think she's really good. She was actually Miss Florida when she was
Uh-huh.
younger. She actually won that award. She's
Wow.
she's really good. I like her a lot. I think she's gonna be really good. I think, I watch Redskins Nation a lot with Larry
Uh-huh.
Michael.
Right.
And I actually liked Larry before I knew this stuff. He was
Yeah.
always, he was a play-by-play guy. Always turn him on. And every time they said, every time I think he would always say the Redskins are going to win. He always
Mm-hmm.
said it. So not, a lot of people were annoyed with him about that. But I think
Yeah.
Julie Donaldson's going to do a good job. She does play-by-play. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Okay.
They could have Clinton Portis do play-by-play, or Chris Cooley could do play-by-play. There's some other people out there. They
Yeah.
could probably do play-by-play.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Chick and Cooley myself.
Chick Hernandez.
Yeah, him and Cooley. I think those
Yeah.
those are the candidates I would have loved.
Yeah, Chick
Yeah.
Hernandez would be cool. Maybe Santana Moss. I don't know. He's been all right. Brian Mitchell's cool too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he's somewhat of a high head though. He gets a little angry though.
Oh
But
yeah.
Atlas013, thank you for the donation. He says no preseason, so who starts at the tight end position? Hashtag protect the den. So he loves the Red Wolves.
I don't know who started the tight end because one of us might be because I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jeremy Sprinkle, man, and he's let me down so much, man, to where I don't know, man. I really don't know who's gonna start at the tight end unless they're
You
gonna put that little young kid Antonio Gibson, try him there. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have Logan Thomas or Jeremy Sprinkle who drops the ball all the time, or Thaddeus Moss.
Yeah,
Hale Hinch is one of those guys. You don't think it's gonna be who would you pick if by default if you just had to throw a name in the hat? You just had
if
to
I had to throw a name in the hat, it would be Hale Hinges and then Thaddeus Moss. It would be them two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably just tell everybody else to just go ahead, take a knee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm not. Logan Thomas is okay, but he just hasn't really done much in the league. He's had if you look at the stats, and I don't judge everybody off stats, but he's had 10 catches for 100 yards and 15 catches for 100 yards here and there. He just hasn't done much, and he is transition. Brian said put your seatbelt on. LOL.
It's on.
He said. This kid's fan all day. What's up, man? Safety first. You already know what he does.
Yeah.
Skits fan all day said, now we might be the Red Cats.
Red Cats. Wow. I seen that name passed around. I just don't want it to be something to where we continue to be a laughing stock, man. I mean, they ruined. I mean, this Redskin name. I mean, it's been embedded for so long, and then when we get to losing, and they done start calling us the dead skins, the four skins. And Red Cat just seemed like that fall right in that category to me, because I've been in that city for 51 years, man, and I'm like, I don't know anything else other than those bleachers jumping at RFK and the Redskins hollering, we want the cow turds. I just don't see Red Cats. I'm like, Red Cat, like I think about, dealing with my woman when you talk about Red Cat, Yeah.
Right, yeah, I don't. I think Red Cats is a joke. I think it was a fake Twitter page with the Red Cats. Right. It was a fake Daniel Snyder on Twitter. I've been seeing that pretty late. He says it's going to be Red Cats, but I don't think. I think, unfortunately, I think it's going to be Warriors. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be Warriors. Unfortunately, I think it's just by default. It's easier, and you can still kind of have that spear, and you can still keep it burgundy and gold.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, I think it's going to be Red Wolf. Sticky Ninja, what's up, man? Somebody else said something in here too. Chill Will said better look with Julie. Yes, it will be a better look with Julia Donaldson. Definitely.
Good PR move.
Yeah. Lana Ishmael, thank you for the donation. He says, you think that the reps going to be highly recommended, and how do y'all think they will cut 20 players?
Wow. With no preseason game, it's going to be tough, man, because they're going to be scrimmaging against each other, and you're going to give the starters who you're projecting in your mind who the starters going to be limited time, and let the backups go at each other and just go at each other like they would go in a preseason game. God damn, man, that's going to be tough, man, because then you're talking a risk of injuring some guys that you know that you were going to keep.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to just do it like college, because college, they don't really have preseason games. They just, have regular old practice going up against each other. You cannot have Darius Geis have any type of contact. There's some guys that you just cannot let tackle. Darius Geis, you're gonna have to keep him on ice in a bubble. He cannot have it. Like I said, nobody can touch Geis. There's some other guys that are pretty. Bryce Love, we want to see him, but we cannot have anybody touch him either. Reuben Foster, nobody can really touch him, and we want to see if Reuben Foster can handle contact. We want to see if Bryce Love can handle contact and all that good stuff. So it is going to be tough. There's Ronald Darby's pretty injury prone as well, so he probably can't really have any contact either. There's some training camp battles that are going to be tougher to judge because of the preseason. The rookies that were picked up towards the end, like Cameron Curl and Kaliki Hudson, the lower tier guys that were drafted. And like I said, guys like Steven Sims, from last year that played really well in that last game that got jobs. Some jobs are going to be gone. Some guys, they were looking to play football for a living and make the team, but it's just not happening. So that's tough. Rich Heigl said bubble boy Geis. He really is a bubble boy. So do you think the NFL is going to reduce the games? Like, do you think they're going to reduce the games to maybe 10 games or 12 games or something like that? And they do have that, they still have that playoff rule where They
Mm-hmm.
have 7 teams instead of 6 teams in each conference now. So do
Right.
you think they're going to maybe reduce that before the season starts?
Man, that they're gonna have to lay that all on the line right then and there because there's no way you can go into this season not thinking that the season could be shortened because of the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
which you will probably have to pick it back up again. No, you don't even, yeah,
Right.
you want to pick it back up and God damn man, they got a lot to think about. I mean, I know they get paid to do this, but dang, shortened seasons, it could be reduced to 10, maybe 12.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 12. And at that point, then you're gonna have to start looking at division games, then the conference games. And
Mm-hmm.
we play the Squealers division, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for us because I mean, especially for our division, because a lot of those games are gonna be coming up early. So
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do? You want to start putting the NFC East games and the NFC games first, so in case just in case we have to roll those games back or we have to take over from where we at because it's gonna be hard to judge who get home field advantage, who wins the division and stuff like that. It could be by default, like it has been for so many years with our division anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. I
Yeah,
agree. This is my proposal. If I was Roger Goodell, if I was a commissioner, I would reduce it to 10 games. I would have 0 preseason. I would
right.
take it down from 7 playoff teams to 6 playoff
Right.
teams, or maybe you could keep it at 7. But instead of 16, I just don't see it. I don't see them making 16 games. I don't
Right.
see it making that far. I think that's too many games. It's too many weeks. It's a bye week, so that's 17 weeks. So that's
Yeah.
what 3 or 4 months of
Right.
trying not to get the virus and preventing all that. And, flu season's coming up. So I think they should. I think they should break it down to 10. Because you look at MLB, you look at baseball. They're doing 60 games in baseball. How many games are in a baseball
What
season?
was it 162, something
Yeah,
like that?
162.
Yeah.
So they took away 100 games from MLB, down all the way to
Mhm.
60 games. So I think taking away 60 games really is not that big of a deal, in my opinion. It is a big deal, but I think it's better for safety. You still play the Cowboys, you still play the Giants, or Cowgirls, Cowturds, like you say. You still play the
Yeah.
Giants. You still play the Beagles, the Bum Eagles, and then
Hmm.
you still play the Ravens in them. So you still have that. So that's 8 games right there. Like you said, the Squealers division. So that's 8 games. And then you just play 2 teams from the NFC, like the Panthers and the Cardinals. So that would still be playing every opponent. So
Right.
I think that would be pretty good. You just don't play each team, roll home and away. So I think that would be pretty good. So, but yeah, another question I had for you. Somebody talked about the Jay Gruden and DJ Swearinger thing. Somebody just brought that up in the
Mm-mm.
chat. What did you think about that? I'll,
But
I'll let you go first.
I honestly believe anybody that had football knowledge wanted to fight Jay Gruden and Monusky because they truly, to me, and I know it starts with Snyder, but you shouldn't have hired this guy, man. I understand Joe Gibbs gave him his blessing. He does not show any signs that he can lead men. Now he may can tell jokes, he may can get you motivated, he may even grow up some plays, but to lead men, that's not his thing. And DJ Swearinger is a dog. He come from NC State, so he looking for somebody to push it because he's a leader on the field. And if the
Mhm.
leader off the field is a joke, what am I doing? He wanted to go at Manusky and he wanted to go at him. And I just
Mhm.
hate to see that we have to go through that again. I don't think we would, but just imagine just going through that with these dudes. You telling them what you see on the field, what's not working. We need to start doing this. They not listening. We're gonna stick with the plan. What is the plan? You never had no plan, Jay Gruden. You get up in front of the daggone mic and you say, "Oh, I have to go back and look at the film." What was your plan, man? And I think they got tired of that, especially guys like Junior Gillette, DJ Swearinger. People wanted to really do something to him, and I wouldn't feel bad if they did something to him because you're embarrassing us. I mean, this not no the Cincinnati Bungles where they haven't done anything. This is a
Mhm.
prime team in a prime part of the United States, and we look forward to winning, especially this fan base. And for the younger ones like yourself, ain't really get to see us win like that. I got to see us get embarrassed by the Raiders with that third Super Bowl, and then come back and handicap Denver and handicap Buffalo, and then to come back and see that we don't have no spine starting from the owner all the way down to the coaching staff. It hurts. So I understand what DJ Swearinger was dealing with.
Right. Yeah. And then do you think the rumors of Capri Bibbs were say they had relations with the receptionist? And then he cut Capri Bibbs because, they were, had relations with this receptionist. And then the next thing Byron Marshall is playing. He misses a block and Alex Smith gets his leg broken. How did you react to that rumor?
I believe it. I truly believe it. I don't put nothing past them dudes, man. That front office has been run ragged, man. You could just do what you want to do. Anything you want to do, and it wouldn't surprise me if they was in there having sex with each other. It wouldn't. If you heard me, if they said Jay Gruden and Minuski were having sex, it wouldn't surprise me, man. Those are the type of clowns we had in that daggone office.
Yeah, they were some clowns. I'm so happy they're gone. That's why I didn't really care about the story. A lot of people were hyping up the story, because DJ Swearinger screenshotted the text messages, and we all know what happened. How he cut DJ Swearinger on Christmas Eve. He messed up the Christmas a little bit. I was like, come on, man. DJ Swearinger was the best player on the defense that year, and he was doing his thing, with the Bama boys up front, and I was pissed. There's a lot of people that still want DJ Swearinger on this team, so. Yeah, Glenn Jackson. Yeah, OG. He's crazy. He's a funny guy. OG's funny, man. But yeah, so that's how I honestly I've already moved on from Jay Gruden. I couldn't care less about the rumors about Jay Gruden, but I just brought it up because that was the talk of the town last week. Because I know, and that's what made the Washington Post article. Did you feel the Washington Post article was hyped up? Did it live up to the hype?
It didn't live up to the hype because I believe that Bezos and his staff held back on some stuff. I honestly believe that. That's what I believe. It's my personal opinion. I don't know to what extent. I honestly believe he will end up being the owner of this team. If Snyder goofs up again, or if some of that stuff that they were talking about in the beginning, like with that he supposed to have been with that dude that was a rapist or something like that, sex trafficking women, whatever his name is, Weinstein, Epstein. If any of that proves to be true, and maybe they got to gather more information, that team is he's going to be forced to get rid of that team regardless. So I think the Washington Post is putting the press on him, and he better be careful from here on out.
Right. Yeah, he was telling the one guy to do cartwheels in the office.
Hey, it's crazy.
But I do, like you said, I do feel like Jeff Bezos, I'm not going to say put out a hit on Snyder, but I do think some of it was, because he owns the Washington Post, so he was trying to get Snyder up out of there, so he can buy the team, So it was definitely about that. I see some people, Nolan Gross said AGG and Terry will be a dog. So since the Kelvin Harmon injury, Antonio Brown, he said he retired for the second time. I don't know if this is true or not. He keeps saying he's going to retire and whatnot. And Josh Gordon is available. So after the Kelvin Harmon injury, do you think we should go after one of the two knuckleheads and Antonio Brown or Josh Gordon, or just trust in Antonio Gandy Gold and Terry and Steve Sims?
I honestly believe that with Ron Rivera, he's never really been a big fan on snatching up those veterans, especially with a high head. He has never really been like that. And he apparently, from what I've been hearing, he really likes Antonio Golden Gandy. He really does. And I think he's going to go with those rookies like he did when he was in Carolina with Funches, with DJ Moore. Like he had a veteran tight end, and he had his system in play, and he liked to run the ball. So I think we're gonna be going with what we got. I don't think we're gonna pick up even one of those guys. I don't think they'll be available enough for us, and especially Antonio Brown. He's looking for some kind of money. That's the reason why I think he's not on the team, because if you can't play for $5 million, $3 million, knowing that you are a head case, nobody's gonna pick you up. And I think they put the stipulations in there for him that made him feel uncomfortable. So I don't think Antonio Brown. I think the league retired him, not him retired. I think the league retired him. And Gordon, man, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't even want him up here in DC, man. He can start smoking that weed and he get out there with them youngins and start popping them perks and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna be pissed off catching this dude out there somewhere, man.
Yeah, he gonna be one of the clubs with John. He gonna be out there at Rose Bar and all them clubs and whatnot. But
he be the first one with the COVID.
Probably. I agree with AB. I've preached and preached and preached. Shout out to my man Skins fan all day. He's got all the emojis. Reddy Ray, who's a Cowboys fan, I see him in the chat. Always shout him out. He's a funny guy. He stays in the chat. He's a Cowboy troll. He's a funny guy. But I agree with AB. I think AB's a head case. He's a nut job. He's done crazy stuff with the Steelers, the Patriots, Raiders. I mean, he's done enough. He's done enough, and he's shown time and time again that he can't be trusted. I know we're desperate for a wide receiver, but bringing in Antonio Clown, aka Antonio Brown, or aka Antonio Clown, it would not be a good idea at all. And like I said, he's fake retiring again. So there's just no point in bringing him. I would honestly take a look at Josh Gordon because we do need another wide receiver. And Cody Latimer. We don't know what's going to happen with Cody Latimer with the court case. We don't know if he's going to get off. Because of the situation, he might get off because somebody was messing with his child. But the wide receiver position is tough. It is really tough. So I might take a look at Josh Gordon if anybody. But Mike Lowry said Venom GT72 said Julie will be amazing. Yes, she will. She's going to be really good. I think she's going to be great. And it's somebody that we need. And now, like I said, it might have been a PR stunt, to get a woman in there. But I think Julie is definitely qualified. Dorgunner said Cody Latimer is trash. Anyway, cut him. And Glenn Jackson says he might hit the K2. LOL. That is something in DC that happens a lot.
Oh man.
All right. So Brandon Sheriff didn't get an extension. He's still on the franchise tag. Ryan Kerrigan is still on the roster right now. We have Chase Young on defense. How do you think Ryan Kerrigan is going to do this season?
I think he's the wild card. I think he's the guy that is. At first, I was like, maybe we should go ahead and trade him because we already got Sweat and we got Chase. But I think it's going to end up being Chase and Kerrigan starting, but they're going to weed Sweat in because he has the talent. He's been misused, so they want to figure out what he is. They're going to have to run Chase off the break because you don't waste no second pick overall and not put that guy in the game. Ryan Kerrigan is a wily veteran. He's going back to what he did in Purdue when he played in the 4-3. He had his hand in the dirt and he just went buck wild. And I still think he got a lot left in the tank. And what he has to offer as far as like leadership and what he has to offer as far as like experience, I think is going to help this team, especially these young linebackers who are hungry. And you got Ryan Anderson who's sitting behind, who came along pretty well at the end of the season. A lot of the dudes been misused. My thing will be is, are they running? Is it going to be DeRon Payne and Jonathan Allen, or is it going to be Matt Ioannidis and DeRon Payne, or they're going to run all three of them and plus have them two on the ends? That's what I want to know. I've been looking at that and I'm like, man, I don't know how they're going to do it. They're talking about they're going to do it the way the San Francisco 49ers did it. And it's going to be something, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Vlogger. She says Julie has more enthusiasm than Larry Michael.
Yeah, I agree. Larry Michael, he looked like he was just being drained when he was there. I know he carried a lot of hats, and plus, apparently what he's been doing outside of that, it's gonna be something new for us, and I think it's gonna be exciting because Ron Rivera is a no nonsense, and he already told him he got his daughter working there, so we ain't gonna have that foolishness going on anymore.
Right.
And what she does bring. And she brings a woman perspective, not only a woman's perspective, but I've heard some women really can get into it and can talk good and get excited and get pumped up. So I would like to go ahead and give her a hug whenever she's talking good to me.
Oh man, but no, that was interesting that Ron Rivera said, "Yeah, my daughter works there, so he ain't playing that." Because if he sees any foolishness going around, Ron Rivera he's not taking that. He might be throwing Dan around the building, honestly, right now.
So that Smurf right out off the top of the stadium.
Oh man! So Nolan Gross said, with all the running backs we have, who do you think is going to be starting?
Well, I think it's obvious, AP, and you got to, especially with no preseason, you definitely know that Geis is going to be backing him up, and we just work from there. I just truly believe it's going to be AP. He stays ready. I think for the past 6 or 7 seasons before he came to us, he didn't do any preseason training at all. He just was ready for the season. So I definitely believe it's going to be him off the break.
Right. Yeah, I got Adrian Peters at a false, especially like you said with no preseason. Darius Geis, you got to put him on ice. He's a bubble boy. He's almost as bad as Jordan Reed. He might.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he's probably just as bad as Jordan Reed with the injuries and Cole McCoy and all the Gruden boys. He's just as injury. He's just as injury prone as those guys, you know. So I got Adrian Peterson starting. Valora Watts has Darius Geis starting. It looks like his Darius Geis, Adrian Peterson, Antonio Gibson, and Bryce Love making the roster.
Darius Geis. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I would be shocked if that guy was starting, man. And it's not that I gave up on him. It's just that he hasn't done anything. And, you know, like, if we still talking about potential with him, then that means he ain't done anything. And we do know what AP will do. And if you got confidence in him and you run him early, which Ron Rivera will do, you can go ahead and start throwing in all them other scat backs, especially that guy Gibson. When you put him in the backfield, Lord have mercy, you can run him like you do run Le'Veon Bell. So I'm excited about that. So I think guys are really gonna be shocked coming this offseason.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. I like Gene McKissick. I like Gibson. I like Bryce Love. I think Peyton Barber is going to get cut. Obviously, that's like the easy cut. Paul Singer said, "Don't sleep on Bryce Love." Yeah, definitely Bryce Love. And I'm trying to think of some other camp battles there. How do you feel about the wide? How do you feel about the cornerback position? Ronald Darby.
Cornerback.
Yeah.
My son played with Ronald Darby at Potomac, man, and this dude was all world, man. And he got to Florida State. He showed potential. Got down Buffalo. He looked even better. Got to Philadelphia, and those injuries started really kicking in. So it's like this guy can't stay healthy, man. He's gonna hurt us big time. But I'm thankful that we still got the People's Champ, and I definitely love our boy number 31, man. I love him, man. When we got him from UCLA, I think he is really gonna be. He's gonna be the one. Oh shit. Oh damn it. Whew. Man, my fault, man. All right. No, man, I wasn't even paying attention when I sat down. My bad, man.
Oh, did you knock it in?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know what. Man, the corners are gonna be tough, man. And I think Sean Davis is gonna play good at that free safety. I do. That'll give Landon Collins a chance to be in 10, 15 and in and do what he do best, either blitz or shut down that run or nail somebody's crossing wide receiver or tight end. Fabian Monroe, that's my guy. I got high expectations on him, and Ronald Darby is my wildcat, and then we got Kendall Fuller, so I feel good about that.
Now the big question mark, man. How do you feel about the offensive line? And we got some question marks on there. We don't have Trent Williams anymore. We don't have Eric Flowers anymore. So we got some young guys protecting Dwayne Haskins. So what's your feeling about the offensive line?
Well, that's tough, man. I mean, you didn't re-sign, you didn't extend Sheriff. You still got Moses. I guess he probably get better with more discipline and with his jumping off sides and all that craziness. I love Chase Roulier at the center position. Was the guy that played the left, that played the right guard. That we got Matt. He's moving over the left guard.
Wes Martin.
Wes Martin, yeah. And I like it, and I love Sadiq Charles. I do. I'm hoping that we can actually get this team to really play this. The preseason is really gonna hurt us, man. It's gonna hurt a lot of teams, but it's really gonna hurt us because you got two young quarterbacks in there, and then you got probably an offensive line that haven't played a full season together. Probably like 3 or 4 of them may be the ones that'll be on there. Sadiq Charles, and then you got some of the guys you picked up in free agency. So it's gonna be tough, but I think all in all, I think we're gonna be a well-disciplined team, which makes me a lot happier. Even if we don't have that much production, I think we'll be more disciplined, and that right there means a lot to me because this team has been out of control for so long. Like I'm thinking that, damn, when did I become a Redskin fan? Because it seemed like I just became one and came right into misery tank. So, yeah.
All right, so thank you, donation, Landon Ishmael. He says, how bad do you think Jimmy Moreland, defensive back number 32, is inching to get back on the field? And do you think he would be good to go before the season starts?
Jimmy Moreland, that's a hungry young kid, man. And you put him in, man, he make plays. He really doing, and we ain't got to worry about our pass rushers being sitting out in pass coverage. Actually, they're going to be hunting after the quarterback, so the quarterback will have to get the ball out, get it out of his hand. And I think Jimmy Moreland is going to surprise a lot of the fans, not just the coaching staff, but a lot of the fans. And I think Fabian Rowe, this is his year to, to put up a shut up. And I think I've been a fan of him since we got to UCLA. I thought we stole him when we drafted him. And Jimmy Moreland is going to be the man. He's going to be the man. I think that's going to be the guy that we have, like Ed Reed, as far as like got a knack for the ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Jimmy Moreland is going to be a beast. I think he's going to be a beast. He showed some flashes last year. I think he's better. He actually likes playing outside rather than in the slot. And he's a tough guy. He had a hell of a preseason last year. He was 4 fumbles, training camp. He had a great training camp. Whole bunch of interceptions. Didn't show the stats in the season. He's still learning the game. Still young, very small, only 5'9". But I think he will have a breakout year this year. Landon Collins has talked very highly of Jimmy Moreland. Well, he was in the right place at the right time, just didn't make the play for the interception. So I think Jimmy Moreland is going to be a beast next year. I can't wait to see Jimmy Moreland play. That's one of my favorite players, the people's corner, as they call him. So Reddy Red is in here talking trash. Brian Harding, Reddy Red is a Cowboys. Brian Harding says 359 days left, and Dak is no longer a Dallas Cowboy.
Exactly, and that's the God's honest truth. They messed that money up. And if he goes out and have a good season, they've always had talent. That's what I understand about Cal Turd fans. And like with some of the sports analysts on the shows, they act like this team never had any talent because you got CeeDee Lamb. He wasn't your problem. Dak ain't out there missing tackles. Dak not out there fumbling the ball and none of that stuff. Dak is actually under pressure. And why they keep on thinking Tyron Smith is this all-world left tackle. He stays injured. His back is messed up. Chase Young is going to feast off of him. You don't have Fredericks right there in the center. We're going to just eat that middle up. So the Cal Turds, man, they in trouble, man. They really are in trouble. Dak is going to have a good season. I hope he throws for 5,000. I'm rooting for him when he was with Mississippi. I thought he was a good kid. They got to steal him when they got him in the 4th round. So I just think Dak going to do it, man. And that little tag that they're going to have to put him on with probably like 38 mil, hope he don't sign it. Make Jerry Jones eat his own words. And some of them fans that said that they didn't like him, man, because they talking about he can't do this, he can't do that. Nah, it ain't he can't do this, he can't do that. What's his name? Cole Beasley came out and said last year, Jerry Jones forces the quarterback to throw to one receiver, which we know was Dez Bryant, who runs 2 routes, a go route and a jump route, and that's it. So and then he forced CeeDee Lamb to wear number 88. Who wants to keep wearing that retarded number? 88? Right. Come on, man. Preston Pearson, all these Michael Crackhead, 8-ball Irvin, and then you had Dez can't catch run routes, whatever his last name is. You had him run 88. What? Let that man be who he's gonna be. And we all know that Amari Cooper's gonna take off at least 4 or 5 games. He's been doing it since he's been in the league. So we're not worried about it. And I hope that they think that Michael Gallup is gonna be running down the sideline free. You're not, my friend. You're gonna get clotheslined. And I hope it's in our house. Won't be at the stadium, but I would love for it to be at our house.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like you said, man. Jerry Jones is forcing CeeDee Lamb to wear number 88. And Jerry Jones is a creep and a weirdo. He's a control freak. Wearing number 88. And what's his name? Dez Bryant. It was not a cat. It was not a cat. And Michael Irvin, cocaine cowboy, crackhead. Every time he gets on first take, he's always sweating. Underarms, sweating, everything, sweating
to the max.
Can't control himself. So I mean, the Cowboys, they're just going to self-destruct towards the end of the year. They're going to self-destruct. They're going to have a good, nice little regular season. They might win the first 2 games of the season, get all hyped. The next thing you know, they end up being 8-8, not making the playoffs, or they do make the playoffs and losing the first round. Now, I do think Dak is going to end up like Kirk Cousins. I think it's going to be the same thing. Franchise tag. They might franchise tag him again next all season, and the next thing you know, he's going to leave. You heard what his brother was not happy about the Cowboys. He said he knew Dak's brother on Twitter said there was a reason why I was never a Cowboys fan, and pretty soon I will not be cheering for the team. So that tells you his own blood brother said. So I mean that's what's gonna happen, So where are you at? You on vacation?
No. Actually, I moved to Florida, man. My job transferred me to Tampa, so I'm here now.
Oh, congratulations, man! You living it up, man. Congratulations, man! You living
yes, sir.
You living nice, man. That's awesome. But it is It is a lot of virus down there in Florida.
As you can see, there's nobody near me.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful, man. You're
yes,
official.
sir. Yes, sir. That's what I love this stuff. I love it, and hopefully I'm not supposed to catch no red snap, but if I catch one, it's going in that cooler for sure.
Man. So you get to see Tom Brady. You get to see all them down.
I don't want to go see that old dude, man. If I go to a retirement home because he's throwing short passes, they think he's gonna be the ticket. Then they traded for Kareem Hunt today. I'm like, man, y'all really trying to?
Hunt?
Yeah, they gave Cleveland a second round pick. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see. I did not see that today. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah. They gave him a second round pick for him, and I'm like, man, you know, Cleveland, they believe in Chubb, so I'm all for Chubb. I love them Georgia backs.
I didn't see that news, so I gotta see if that's true. Alice Zero thing with the donation. He says, "Let me find out you going to a Bucks game in Tampa." Haha, cheers from Texas.
The day I do that is the day one of y'all catch me up there, peel my cap back, my muffin back blue.
I don't blame. I would definitely go to a Tampa Bay game. What do you think the Bucks record is going to be? Valor Watts says 6-10, 1,000 subs with no video channel says we're going 6-10. What do you think our record? What do you think our record's going to be? What's your record prediction for the Washington Redskins coming up?
Our floor is 6-10, and I think our ceiling is 10-6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I have us going 6-10 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have us going 6-10 as well. Because we're just a young team. We're a young team. Dwayne Haskins is a second-year guy.
Yeah.
Steve Sims is a second-year guy. Terry McLaurin's a second-year guy. We just don't have any veterans except for the defense, which is Ryan Kerrigan, and that's really it. Brandon Sheriff. But for the most part, we're relying on rookie guys and second-year guys. Chase Young's a rookie. Montez Sweater's a second-year guy. So a lot of rookies. Secondary is a big question mark. Ronald Darby's a question mark. Jimmy Moreland's a question mark. Even though I love Jimmy Moreland, he's a question mark as well. So a lot of Sean Davis is a question mark. So we got so many question marks on defense in the secondary. Linebackers, some of them are question marks as well. So it is crazy. I got us going 6-10, and that's better than last year. We're doubling wins from last year. And really isn't. It's bad, but it is progress. I'll say that it is progress. It is progress. Somebody asked. They said they know it's hot down there in Florida for sure. Somebody asked, do you think we're gonna have a top 10 defense coming up next year?
Say that again.
Nolan Gross said, do you think our defense is top 10?
I think our defense is top 5, but the thing is, if that offense is constantly getting right back off the field, it can be top 23. It could be number 30 with the statistics, but no proof to show it. So I think on paper, we are a top 5 defense, but at the end of the day, that offense got to do something for us.
Oh yeah. I believe we can. I know last year I went crazy. I was like, man, we're gonna have a top 5 defense. Next thing you know, with Minuski, we had like a bottom 25, 30 defense. It was terrible last year with Minuski. Now with Del Rio, even though Del Rio has been saying some crazy stuff on Twitter, I think Del Rio is going to get us in the right direction. Ron Rivera is going to get us in the right direction. With our defense. Our defense, I'm not gonna say top 10, top 15, or whatever, but the defense is definitely gonna be improved on all factors. He knows how to use Chase Young. He knew how to use Julius Peppers, Von Miller, so he's gonna use Chase Young in that same way. Montez Sweat too, Ryan Kerrigan, they're all gonna get a lot better under Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera. We're gonna be a nasty defensive team. So some people say Kareem Hunt is still on the Browns. 1,000 subs with no videos said he wished we traded Josh Norman for a 7th-round pick.
We wasn't getting no 7th-round pick for that guy.
Yeah, we weren't going to get nothing for Josh Norman. But yeah, we got 10 minutes left. So basically, you guys can ask all your questions, and we'll. What's your prediction for Dwayne Haskins this season? What do you think he's going to do? Stat-wise.
Dwayne Haskins, I set the bar pretty average for him. I think it's going to be somewhere around like maybe 26 to 3,200 yards. I think he's going to throw for about maybe 7 to 10 interceptions, and he's going to probably throw 30. He's going to throw about 30 touchdowns.
30 touchdowns. You said how many interceptions?
I say about 7 to 10.
7 to 10. So 30 touchdowns, 7 picks. So that's really good. That's like an MVP type number season right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a Pro Bowl type season. And if he does throw 30 touchdowns, 7 picks, then we're gonna at least win 10 games. I don't see us going 6-10 with him having 30 touchdowns and 7 picks.
I say that is because I think the field is going to be short because the defense is going to get the ball back a lot. So it's going to be a lot of short yard touchdowns, probably screens, crossing routes, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I can see that. I can see that. But yeah, I got him doing like 24 and maybe 13. Maybe 24 touchdowns, 13 picks, or 25 and 11 or something like that. Or 20. I see something around maybe 25 and 13 picks or something like that. I see him doing something like that. James 6'7", at 22 touchdowns and 9 picks. So I can see that. I can see that too. Maybe like 21 and 9, 21 touchdowns, 9 picks, and 3,000 something yards. That would be really, really good for him coming up off of the rookie season and getting better and progressing. Redskins Weekly said, "What's up, Ed? What's up, man? Hashtag ATTR, hashtag Hail to the Skins, or Red Wolves, or whatever you want to call it." But let's see here. Redskins Weekly said, "I got Haskins going 23 or 14." So yeah, but yeah, that's what I got for Dwayne Haskins, and it's been crazy. We're actually talking about football right now because the rookie reported, and I'm really hoping we have a season, and how do you feel about Ron Rivera, handling all this? They just hired the guy, I think his name is Terry Bateman. They just hired him. Daniel Snyder hired him to take care of the name and take care of business operations. What do you think about that hire?
I think that what Ron Rivera was brought here for. I really do. I think he was brought here to change the front office culture. I think he was brought here to bring competitiveness, and I think he also was here to bring an identity. So I think it, like some people say, it may take us 2 years to actually get on our feet the way we need to be and be there. But I think that's what he bring there for. I think that's what his job was. That's why they didn't hire a GM right off the break, because they know that they had a lot of legal stuff that was coming that they didn't say, which was good that they finally learned how to keep something in the house for a change and not just leak it all out and then have Ron out in the blue again, having to defend. But he handled everything very well. I'm thankful that Snyder didn't really have to do any talking, and we don't have to worry about winning off the field anymore now. We actually can be winning in the house and actually translate to the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just so Ban said, the season is looking unlikely to happen. I really hope you're wrong. About that. Valora Watt says we got to have at least 2 preseason games. But yeah, we got to have at least 2 preseason games. I don't think we're gonna have any preseason games. So, Shamar Doster, he's a troll. He said Troy Ave. Shamar, are you a Giants fan or Eagles fan? I can't remember which one you are. But yeah, if you're an Eagles fan, I don't see Carson Wentz finishing the season healthy. And if you're a Giants fan, you guys are going 2-14, just like Nick said. So you guys are going to win a lot of games. But yeah, how do you think we fare against the NFC East, and what do you think the Giants record is going to be in the Eagles record?
Until the Eagles are proven different, I think they win the division. I think it's going to still be 9-7. They have the better coaching staff coming into the season, even though everybody have a new fresh start. I think the Eagles will go from 9-7. I think the Cowboys, at best, they'll be 8-8. I think that they are just that dysfunctional with Jerry Jones as the leader. And until proven different, I know that it's going to be tough for me to say what I'm saying, but I still got the New York Smurfs, number 3, and us, number 4. And until we can prove that different before we get on that field, it's going to be tough, man, because we had a lot of issues last year, and we had a lot of people that's bitter that's still on this team. Like Dwayne Haskins, he feel good about himself, but at the same time, he feel like he'd been cheated last year. Some of those receivers that didn't get a chance to get a shine until later on, when we got Paul Richardson out there who can't stay healthy, and we throwing all short passes. I mean, it's tough, man. So there's a lot of dudes that's out there willing to prove themselves, but they still hurt because they don't know which direction this man is coming from, which is good. So I picked Smeagol's to win, Caltur's second. Hello.
Yeah,
I picked Caltur second, and I picked the Smurfs third, and that's whatever our last name will be fourth.
Yeah, I got us being third, and then the Giants are, Smurfs, they're gonna be the worst team. I think they really will have a rough season with Judge Judy as the coach, and Coach Clapp, Jason Garrett is the offensive coordinator. So I think the Giants are gonna have a rough season. I think they really could be in 2-14 territory, or really 5-11. I got us being third. I got the Eagles winning the division by default, and Cowboys, like you said, it's just dysfunctional. So guys, you don't have to block Cowboys fans. I know they're trolls, but you don't have to block them as long as they're not talking too crazy. You don't have to block them. Sticky Ninja, I guess last question we'll have here is what's your stat prediction for the running backs, wide receivers, and the tight ends? I guess we'll go with Darius Geis. He's going to play a full season, or what's that predictions do you have for Adrian Peterson and Darius Geis and Gibson?
Them two, it's possible they both can run for 1,000 yards apiece. I think they're going to take the ball out of Haskins' hands until he get into a groove.
Yeah, I agree. I think they both. I don't know if they both can get 1,000 yards, but I think Geis can get probably like 700 yards. AP can get about 800. That would be pretty good for both backs, running back by committee, just like the Niners. I think we're basically molding our team kind of like the Niners, or like a little bit of the Panthers, a mix of the Panthers and the Niners. Especially with the defense, and then you got Antonio Gibson. They compare him to Christian McCaffrey all the time. So right. I think we're basically doing our model just like those teams. So, but yeah, I would say Geis. Shamar Dozier says Geis, 1,400 yards, 27 touchdowns. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we'll see about that one.
You gotta realize to my brothers and sisters that's in this chat group now, man. You gotta realize Calturn fans, man, they're not most of their fans are not that well versed in sports. They got a bandwagon Facebook fan base, so they don't know much of their history. So they came over to actually learn something. So let them go, school them on some stuff, teach them something while they out there talking that craziness in the chat.
Right, yeah. Most of them never been to Texas. They've never been to Dallas in their life. They just hop on.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Some of them don't even know the team is in Arlington.
Right. Oh man. A lot of people. Tony John said Geis staying healthy is going to be the key. James 6'7" said Geis will have 1,000 yards if he can stay healthy. Brian Harden said I offered man either that or a Chase Young jersey for you. Yeah, I'll take a Chase Young jersey. I'll take one. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't take one. I wear a large. What jersey you got on right now, man?
I got on Alex Smith jersey, and I'm going with Jonathan Allen when I get my money once they change it over.
Yeah, Alex Smith, man, it's crazy what happened to him. I really wish he was healthy, but I wanted to get a military jersey as well. Just like I like those jerseys. That's a cool jersey. I like that one.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait.
Justin Band said, I enjoy your streams. Thumbs up, man. Thank you for checking it out, man. Chris Mandler said ACTR. Let's see here. Guys, 1,000 yards. Oh, and Anthony, thank you for the donation. I just saw the Cash App. Thank you, Anthony, from the Doves family. Shout out to my man from the Doves family. Thank you, man. Thank you for that donation. I appreciate it, man. But guys, thank you. It's been a crazy all season. We've never seen something like this with the virus and everything. LC said good PR move by Dan Snyder for Julie Donaldson. Yeah, I think so too. I think it was definitely a good PR move. I think it was somewhat of a PR stunt. I like Julie Donaldson. I think she's a really good reporter. I think she's definitely qualified. She's overqualified for the job. She's great for the job. She's a great hire. Like I said, once again, shout out to the Doves family for the Cash App donation. That's my guy right there. But yeah, it's been a crazy off season. We just hope everybody can stay safe. I'm praying that we somehow have a season. Somehow it's not looking good. They might have to do some replacements. Like, when was the last time they did the replacements in the NFL? I know we won a ring when they did the replacement.
That was down in the 80s when they did that.
Yeah, and you still watch when they did replacements, right?
Matter of fact, it was I think it was the first Super Bowl that we won. Yep.
Right. Yeah, they did replacements. Would you watch again if they did replacements?
I ain't got no other choice. I want enough to watch. I'm not gonna watch that watered down basketball, although I may have to do that. And I can't watch baseball the way I want to, so it's gonna be tough for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be watching the NBA, of course, because it's all we got. Like you said, it's all we got. We've been down.
Yeah.
Sports. I was so bad one time. I was watching cornhole. I was watching. Just to watch some kind of live sports. It was rough, man. I'm telling you. But I would watch replacements too. Like say they brought a whole bunch of XFL guys and guys who just want to play. I'm sorry, I would still talk about it and watch it because I mean, it's just I need some kind of live sports.
Yeah, got to have it. We got to have that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but thank you for coming on, man. I'm gonna let you get to your fishing, man. Get some nice seafood and all that stuff, man. I'm gonna definitely might have to come down there to Tampa.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, yes, sir. I might have to come down to Tampa and we can catch a game or something.
Man, you come on down, man. My home, your home, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Last question. Just a man said, are the Wizards in the bubble or fighting for a spot?
Say that again.
One person, just a man said, are the Wizards in the bubble or fighting for a spot?
I hope this is just me, man. I want them to go ahead and end it all. Bradley Beal not playing, and they need to try to save that ninth spot in the draft and try to get something nice. And hopefully we can look forward to maybe seeing Wall and Beal along with Yuri showing off next season.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. This is my guy, Redskins Bay. He's an elite channel member. Once a month, so next month we'll be doing it again.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.